Hi guys, Friendly Neighborhood Reseller here, showing you how I photograph stuff to list on eBay. Because I try to photograph like around 30 at a time, in batches, if you will. That way they're all on my phone and I can sit and list 5 to 10 at a time. That's just what works for me. So I'm going to show you how I photograph. I'm also going to show you my photography table. It's super fancy. No, it's not. Okay, so I always have a comfort show going while I photograph because this to me is kind of like a mundane task that just has to be done. Today, it's Gilmore Girls, of course. That's usually what it is. Anyway, this is my photography setup. This is a foam board that I bought at Hobby Lobby for $3.99. I put it on top of a puzzle table covered in felt that I got for $10 at a yard sale. You're gonna want just a really plain background that's not gonna subtract from your item, okay? Now, when I'm taking photos of an item, I always do some specific shots. Always. I take a photo of the item laying out just like this. I'm gonna take an item of the tag and size close up. I'm going to take a photo of fabric content, which is usually on the inside seam. And then, because I am a seller that does post measurements, not everybody posts measurements, but I do, just because I feel like it cuts down on questions that a buyer might have. You always want to measure the pit to pit of whatever the item is. Okay, so here would be pit to pit of the jacket. And then I always measure the top of the shoulder seam to the bottom hem, whether it's a dress, a jacket, a shirt, whatever. That's another photo I take so that there's no questions about that. So for eBay, your photos are going to need to be in square mode. So you're going to want to open your camera icon, click the box at the very top with the 6 dots, go to aspect, click on aspect, which would currently be on 4:3, and you want to go to 1:1. That is putting you in square mode. Okay. Once you've done that, you're going to take a photo of the front of your item, laid out as much as you can. Next, I'm going to zoom in on the tag. Any other specifics I want to do, if it's got pockets, usually I'll show that as well. I'm going to lay out the sleeves here. It does have pockets, so I'm going to take a photo of my hand in the front pocket to show that they are functional pockets. Then, like I said, I'm going to open up to that inside tag that has the fabric content. I'm going to take a photo of that. And then I'm going to do my pit to pit measurement and my shoulder seam to the bottom hem measurement. Next, I'm going to take a picture of the back of the item. And then I'm going to end with a picture of the item on the scale because you're going to need that information for your eBay listing.